What up, Planet Orange? Live here from Footprints Center, Earl Burnett, of course, aka Casual, and the man himself is not in a square from Jersey. He live here from Footprint Center right here on your sons. And we'll give y'all a recap of the game that we just saw. What we just saw? What do you make of that, bro?
Man, that was an odd game. You know, the Suns came out and it looked like they were a little casual at the beginning.
Right.
Obviously, because Denver had a lot of their players.
Correct.
They got off to that big lead,
Absolutely.
and then I think they just took their foot off the gas a little bit.
And that was the word in the press conference. Every last guy that came did it as quick as they came and gone. They were out of that press conference so quick. But Monty, KD, and Book all said the same exact thing. We were riding fine, and we took our foot off the gas and got complacent.
Yeah.
Now it's time to scramble because those guys, those are NBA players.
They get paid just like that. Yeah.
This dude, and KD was laughing because he had Bruce Brown on the other side. And that was the boy from playing for team. So he's like, he was going at me. He was trying to go at me. So you had to get a block. Had to get that block on him. They were going at it, but they were cool. I respect that.
That's
dude.
respect. Yeah,
I love it. But I mean, these type of games, Flex, man. When we see these type of games. None of the guys inside the press conference said anything about they were working on anything.
Right.
They figured they think they pretty much okay, I guess. So what do you think? I mean, to me, it looked like they were working on some sets and in crunch time. Oh, we can give it to Kevin right. Crunch time, or we get the Book right here. I thought they were working, but they didn't. They said they weren't.
Yeah, at the beginning, it looked like they might have been working on something, but then as the game progressed, you kind of was like, what are they doing? They weren't in 0.5.
Exactly.
It felt like there was a lot of watching going on.
One-on-one.
And I hate to be I don't want to be disrespecting the NBA team.
Absolutely.
And we respect the Denver Nuggets. But it felt very casual, and it felt like a glorified practice to an extent.
Yep.
And I think that's where the Suns got lost. And I don't like that because that builds bad habits at the time of the year. You don't want that. So I would have wished that they went out there and kept the pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is also a team that's dealt with so many injuries.
Correct.
And they're finally healthy.
Correct.
And I think there's subconsciously that tiny thing in the back of the head saying, do we really want to
push
go
this
game like this? So I'm just glad they got through the game. They got the win.
And they got the win. Right. And they did pick spots where to show the flash of what they're going to look like. Because you saw the last, meant something, the crowd got up and they did that final, let's go ahead and get this shot. Josh Kobe. Yeah, exactly. So they were kind of pacing themselves, it looks like.
Yeah.
Going forward, man, I mean, the next two games look winnable, of course.
Yeah.
You don't know who's going to play, who's not going to play for these teams that we're playing going forward. But we have no clue. So how do you get ready? If you're not going to play another full-strength team, how do you get ready to playing subs and free strings?
Yeah, it's tough to get up for it.
Yeah.
We're going to play this OKC team.
Again.
We don't know, again. And we don't know who's going to play, what they're going to do. And I'll tell you something. I was watching the OKC game tonight.
Okay.
And they lost to the Pacers. And that kind of left the window open for Dallas a little bit.
Oh,
so we may be getting a little bit more motivated OKC team. But I thought that jumped out of me tonight in that OKC Pacers game. OKC was 4 for 30 for 3 tonight. 4 for 30. So they shot 4 for 30 tonight.
Wow.
Which is one of the craziest numbers I've seen all year.
Right.
I think it was 12% for the game from 3.
Wow.
And so
that wasn't in that game?
Yeah. So I mean it was an odd game. And that's gonna be a team that's now gonna want to get that taste out their mouth.
Exactly.
So the Suns need to be careful about this game. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm going with it. We're coming off a bad game where I don't think no one's satisfied with the way it played out.
Right.
And I think we're about to go into an OKC team now that just gave one away.
Right.
And so maybe that's good for the Suns.
Exactly.
Right?
Maybe.
That's good for the Suns.
And with that OKC team, they're so young. And then with Shea over there, man, you never know. Man, if that guy's on the court, he's going out. He's going all out.
Yeah.
And I would love to see he get to play against his old team, his old squad. But yeah, so what else can you take from a game like this? I mean, we pretty much as fast as that press conference went,
Yeah.
everything else going just as fast. Like you can't really take much from this game.
Glorified practices are hard to, it's hard to take a lot from it. But I think the main thing is you look at T.J. Warren's minutes, you look at Josh Jacoby.
Right.
I think those are positives. I mean, at the end of the day, Devin Booker at 27. KD came out and had 30 points after the 5-18 game,
Right.
so I think that's positive.
What do you think about the bench outside of TJ? When they don't shoot the ball well, you got two more sharpshooters on that bench that can come in there and say, "Hey, they ain't got it going,
right?
We can get it going, but do you want to play that game in the playoffs though? Having to switch guys and not because shooting is like it can be physical. You don't know what you're gonna get. So
tonight the numbers didn't look good.
Right.
Monty Shorten in the rotation.
Right.
The pattern we're seeing.
Mm-hmm.
No Landry Shamet, no Damian Lee, no Ish Wainwright, no Josh. So they're seeing it shrink.
Yeah.
And now when you look at these numbers from the bench, it's not something that you're happy about. You look at the numbers and you're saying, okay, we didn't get much.
9,
we didn't get much from the bench tonight. And so you want that to get better. I do like the consistent minutes for TJ Warren.
Okay.
I do like the fact that, because I think TJ is a guy that when the playoffs come, he's so versatile.
Right.
He's so crafty offensively that if he gets 16 to 18 minutes a night, I think it's going to be a very good thing for the Phoenix Suns. So, although the production wasn't, crazy tonight, I like the minutes. I like the energy. Defensively, I like what he's doing. Right. And then I think we talked about this, and this is the one that jumps out at me. Campaign. Right? So he's been like, dude.
And that's usually how it goes when you come off an injury. He's been back long enough where he should be flown.
Right. Like I'm looking for the campaign 3, 4, 5 game stretch.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes campaign rushes his shot a lot and gets to the rim easily. He can't finish. He can't finish at the rim, and I think he just throws it up there, hopes it goes in. I'm like, dude. And then we did see him other times where he's locked in.
Like the other night.
He had the flow just going. And when he's like that, he is.
We're hard to beat.
Hard.
He's an X factor. When he's going well, the Suns go well. I believe he is kind of the heartbeat of the team in a weird way. Okay. Because when you see Cam play well, that team usually is in a good position.
Right.
The problem is, honestly, we haven't seen that since the finals run. We haven't seen a consistent campaign since the finals run. And so that's the guy that has to justify the fact that you're not seeing Damian Lee and Landry Shamet much.
Right.
And so at what point do you say...
If you're Monty, at what point do you say, okay, hey, he's kind of like in a slump. We don't have time for a slump
We don't have time for a slump.
But, I mean, you play ball.
Yeah.
I mean, so when you got something like that going, a lot of the campaign's head.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. He knows he's the catalyst of keeping Chris healthy.
100%. 100%.
So I know he's got a lot on his plate, and he knows he has to produce that pressure. Is he that guy that can handle that pressure?
Man, you know what? I would love to say yes to that question, but honestly, the last 2 years hasn't shown it. The last 2 years has shown a guy that mentally is vulnerable. Physically is vulnerable because he's dealt with injuries. And I will say this, Earl, we talked about this a little while back. There was a time in this season that I thought Campaign would be out for the year. That foot injury, that foot sprain was worrisome enough that there was concern behind the scenes that he may not come back at all. Okay. And I do think that, I'm not going to say he's not healthy, but I'm going to say that I think psychologically there's still a part of him that's worried that any play he can aggravate it. Correct. Or he can just take the wrong step, and all of a sudden that foot sprain becomes something that puts him on the shelf. So I do think, Earl, if I put it, the best term is Campaign is kind of in a middle zone. He revs up,
sure does.
And then he's just not ready to continue to rev up some nights, and that's where we see these performances.
And then some nights he's too high. And the shots going all over the place. Right. Like, dude, find that medium. Man.
Gotta find a medium.
Man, you gotta find it fast because, man, I mean, we got, 5 games left?
Yeah.
And we're going to be playing, I mean, our full team is playing, but we're not playing against the high-level competition. We were out. How do you get that team ready in 5? Will we be ready in 5 so-called preseason games, basically?
You want to hope so.
You know,
You want to
just
hope
look at that. You got the Lakers surging. We we're gonna play them, but when we play them, will it matter?
Probably won't.
You know,
Clipper
so
game
the
won't
Clipper
matter.
won't matter. The next Denver game probably won't matter. So it's like, when do we get some real?
When you get some real bump, and that's where you get you know, some of the best games the Suns are gonna play might be right here in practice against each other.
That's so true.
You know what I mean?
That's
it just may be one of those dynamics.
That's so true.
And you know, psychologically, one thing I will say, we are now 5-0 with Kevin Durant.
That's true.
That means something.
That definitely
and
means
so
a lot.
if you keep racking these wins up, at the end of the day, the one thing I will say is maybe you don't get the bump and the competition you want to feel like you revved up. But there is a thing to say, hey, we're in the playoffs on a 9-game win streak.
That's true.
You know, that maybe could be something that can give them a little spark going in.
Yeah. And
then can also make other teams feel like, man, that Phoenix Suns is a mystery team. Those guys are dangerous. They haven't lost a game with Kevin. Right? And so, are they going to run a table? I don't know.
Yeah,
but it looks like it could. They could, Earl.
I think so. I think they actually will. Actually, to be honest with you.
I think they will.
I think they will.
I think they're in a good spot to do
it. I like what you said, that Kevin factor. It's a mystery. A lot of these teams are going, man, we got to deal with this dude.
Yeah.
You know, and he gives you that confidence already coming into the game already. He's on the court. We got to play this guy.
That's right. And you know, Earl, the Dallas game, the third game where Kevin came back, that might have been the highest level of competition we played with Kevin.
Yes.
And that was a good result.
That was a heck of a result.
Right? Man. And so you got to think now, fast forward to the playoffs, you got more practice time, more film sessions, more bump, a little bit more sample size. And so I like to think that although small, we did see them in 2 pressure games, Minnesota and Dallas.
Correct.
And he responded well.
They did.
And so I think those are the little victories
and
that
like
you
we
take.
said up there in the press conference, this team has a knack for playing to the level of the competition. They play down to the competition. The competition, when it's a good team coming, they get up for the competition. So where we are right now, I'm not concerned about where we are. In the back of my mind, I'm going, are they going to be together enough?
Right.
You know?
It's the $1 million question.
We don't have any egos or people arguing, none of that. No. It's just, can they? Because I saw a couple of times a guy having open shots. And, do I shoot this? Kevin's up there. We saw that.
Deferring,
right. So
the one guy that's not deferring is the good thing is Book.
But of course, Book, he's doing his thing.
Not deferring. He's going out there. He's saying, I'm going to beat Devin Booker. I'm going to dominate basketball games. It's the other guys got to learn how to not defer. But again, we got a couple more games to try to figure that out.
Absolutely.
And I think it's going to be fun, man. I think it's going to be fun. You want to hold on to the 4th seed, you did that. You want to put yourself in a position to keep home court, you did that. And so you ended healthy, we did that.
That's
and
the
so
main thing.
A lot of things to be happy about on a Friday night in the Valley.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're right here live from Footprints. I don't know what's going on this court out here. You got like a gang of people out here running around, jumping and shooting baskets. But we're live here at Footprint Center, Flex from Jersey, Earl Burnett, Kazual Sportz Radio. And tomorrow, check us out on the 1060 AM radio station live, somewhere around 10-ish, 10:45, is in between the 10:30 time zone where we're going to be on Easy Sports Talk. One of the hypest Saturday morning shows going on radio. So we're going to Flex come in and going to talk some Suns. And from there, we're going to just chill out and get this dude some time to rest. He ain't shut his eyes since he left Jersey.
Yeah, 36 hours, coast to coast for real. KSRM, we got the Coast to Coast podcast, and we just did the real coast to coast today. So this is fun, though, man. I love being here, Earl.
I can tell, man, you got that juice that you revved up, and when it's time to hit that, you gonna fall out.
Oh man, when I hit that bad boy, I tell you what, it's gonna be a rough one. I'm looking forward to tomorrow with the fellas.
Absolutely.
And we in the Valley, and this is a great thing. We just gonna keep grinding, brother. That's what we do, man.
That's how we do it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Knock it out.
All right. That's the Suns Report live here from Footprint Center. We'll check y'all out next time. And Flex, rest of the weekend, he's tweeting and being in some spots, doing shows. So check him out. Kazual Sportz Radio Network. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out, playing on. Gucci?
Yes, sir, bro.